All right, we're going to get into day seven. Day seven is a crazy turn of events compared to day five and six. So we're going to say my intro and everything, and we're going to get on in the video. The whole purpose of these videos is to leave them just as raw as my Consciousness Overdrive series and just see what comes out of this while I do this on the channel. So anyways, let's say as above, so below, as within, so without. Everything you need is within you, and I mean that. And I'm coming to learn that more and more each day. Like, I'm really understanding how to shift all of the things that you learn on this journey and all the experiences into a knowing and not a belief, because truthfully, in your own individual reality, only your perception matters when it comes to viewing yourself and the things that happen to you. I heard a rap artist or a music artist say before that, and I think he was quoting something else, if I'm not wrong. I don't know. Correct me on that if you want to. But he said that life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. So that is something that has stuck with me for years and years and years, especially on this spiritual journey, because, and even that, now the idea of a spiritual journey has really shifted from it's a spiritual journey to you're a human being having a spiritual experience, especially with all the crazy stuff that I've witnessed. But yeah, so trying to be a little bit quiet because I'm right now I'm just staying with my girlfriend, and things are shifting so crazy in my reality. But all right, let's talk about it. So anyways, from day 5 and 6, these were the craziest days of the, like, feeling the old story and self come back into play. Like, I mean, when I was a child, right, I still have these gifts now, but I've had crazy psychic senses, like insane. I could predict when things are happening. I could literally call things into existence, align with certain realities. Now more of what I go back and look at things that have happened, I see it more as, I guess, that imagination, or I don't know, even if you guys have heard of the GATE program or seen that GATE program stuff trending on TikTok. It's like when I was in school, I had one of those tests. I was brought in for one of those tests. And actually later on in my life, I had another one of those tests when I was considering going into the Navy. Bunch of wild stuff that all makes sense and leads up to now, pretty much. But nonetheless, what's so nuts about these 3 days, 5, 6, and 7, is they have been the most, like, heightened time of, like, sleep paralysis coming back, um, like getting downloads, like lucid dreaming where I'm literally going to sleep. Well, every dream I wake up from is deja vu. It's been for years, but now it's like I'll literally go into a dream and it's like I'll just be like, oh, I'm asleep, and then I can just, sometimes when people say they notice that they're dreaming, they wake up from the dream or they get too excited, and in that heightened excited state, they just wake up. Well, now for me, it doesn't matter. I'll notice I'm dreaming, and it's like I'm literally in different realms, which you are literally in different realms, but it's literally to the point where now I can notice I'm dreaming and then just start shifting things. Like literally last night, for some reason I got dropped in this race, right? And I'm racing. There was another contestant in front of me, and I was just like, yo, this dude is like, it was as if my consciousness was also his eyes, because the characters in your dream are a part of your consciousness. It's kind of like that separation we experience in the 3D isn't there in the astral plane. You kind of feel like one another. So, and it felt very playful. But as I'm running this race, I'm like, dude, every time I jump an obstacle, the dude's like jumping with me. Like, we're so aligned that our body movements are so in sync. But it just felt annoying. So I was like, you know what? I know I'm dreaming, so let me just blip him out of reality. And the way he like clicked out was the funniest thing I've ever seen in a dream. But that has been the last few nights. It's been sleep paralysis, lucid dreaming. Like, that lucid dream I had turned into sleep paralysis. It was like some entity was coming for me, and it was like a mimic of me. So I kind of wonder, I can go deeper in what I thought that was. But yeah, it's so crazy, and I don't know why, but it's like around this time it's been such a heightened level of, like, I don't know, energy, psychic energy coming back to me or something like that. And I also wonder if it has to do with like the certain jumps and shifts that I'm making, because I'm making very huge leaps, but intentionally doing them to cause like breaks in my character. So it's fun and it's just enjoyable. But it's definitely tough because the last 3 days it was like the hardest my old self has ever attacked. Like things that I didn't even, and I wonder if that's because of the large shift I'm making in my concept. We're kind of like going all in even more than last time, like with the Conscious Overdrive series. It's like I think with that series, I was consciously being louder than my subconscious beliefs that may still be there and whatever remnants are left. But in this one, because I said I'm going to literally like do the biggest leaps, biggest jumps, biggest X, Y, Z, whatever, it's like my old self is packing it on like attack, 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 attack. It's like things that wouldn't even make sense that I don't even feel anymore. Like it's like it could be like a small, little small event that happened, I don't know, during my schooling or something, or just like some random thing that just happened in one of my experiences that just come back, and it's like a heightened connection or reason that that event happened. And it feels like it's all happening for the purpose of letting go of like any other remnants that could be holding me back from that total success. I wonder if that makes sense. But yeah, so it's been an insane journey. I've just been literally very, very like closely paying attention to how I shift daily during this, because I really wonder what day 350 will look like compared to the day one. Day one, it was more of just like the introduction, getting started, I'm here, blah blah blah. But now it's like within 7 days, it's like everything testing me. The 3D, certain things coming up, me claiming things are different, and then the 3D really trying to show me the opposite immediately, but then also showing that. So, like, a good example of this is like, I've been trying to balance not sounding completely too out there, like literally like wild, like crazy, sounding like I'm God, I'm God, I'm God, right? And I'll just claim things that are going to go the way they are going to go. So, example, I was doing the gig apps with my girlfriend, and then I just claimed we were going to get a $20 tip, and we got a $20 tip. There was another order where we kept saying the affirmation, we never accept nothing but the best orders. And it's funny because we ignored this one order, and three popped up in a line, all going in the same, like right around roughly the same neighborhood, that all just like took the order, like the last like total amount of money we made, to like $40. Absolutely insane. So it's just been wild. And I've been getting a lot of ideas for, another funny thing is, a lot of things from my childhood that I knew would have been successful businesses if I stuck to them pop back up in my mind. So there's a bunch of things popping up that I don't want to spoil right now that I think I'm going to take action on and do. And another thing that happens, that's been happening forever, and it's how I got interviews with like Max Igan and stuff. You can look up Lunar Was Lost and Max Igan. But a lot of creators that are really large or growing large have just been in contact with me, which is another thing about frequency. It's kind of funny. It's just funny how all of this stuff plays and works. So I'm just riding the line, riding the hype, keeping it going, making sure my mind is sharp. But who we, man, this is the craziest battles I've had with myself. And it's so true. Every day, I think I'll change that. As above, so below, as within, so without. It is you versus you. I think that should be the intro for this 350 days. And yeah, I don't know if that's symbolic yet now on day 7, but let's make it that. And yeah, we're going to keep going. And even now, I'm using the back camera to record. I'm not using like the mirrored front facing camera. And apparently to my girlfriend, this looks better. But for me, it's so weird seeing it because I'm used to mirroring footage. So now it's really just raw. It's the back camera, not mirrored. So yeah, guess that works. All right, I'm out. I love y'all. Stay going strong. Challenge yourself to do something for even 30 days, like I did with the Conscious Overdrive, because you can do it. All you need is within you, like I said. As above, so below. As within, so without. It is you versus you. I am out of here. Peace.